People in the comment section sometimes speak for you. According to them, you're both an alt-right misogynist and as well as a liberal douche. That warms my heart. I love that. People in LA think I voted for Trump. People in fucking a red state think, I'm a Biden guy or whatever. This isn't new at all. I've seen people fuck up categorizing you for a while. Yeah, I'm part of the contrarian party. One argument that was interesting was whether or not you condone violence against Trump supporters. Well, I don't condone violence against anybody. I voted for Joey No Pulse. We'll say this about fucking Joe Biden. He's already getting some great nicknames. Forgetful Freddy, that was mine. Joey No Pulse. Bloodless Magoo. I mean, the guy's, he's like, I don't know. All right, let's just plow ahead here. I voted for Joey No Pulse, but I'm also not going to sucker punch my uncle for voting for Trump. Do you agree with this nonviolent stance for the commenters at home? Thanks, and go fuck yourself. I'm only getting half the story here, and all of a sudden you're getting. Do I agree? Do you? No, I don't condone attacking people for their political beliefs. I don't condone bringing politics up when people are just at a party trying to have a good time. Although I am guilty of doing that. And it's always something I literally just overheard and didn't research. But, that is the internet. The internet is, you can just say whatever you want and say, people go on and, they do reviews of my act and they say what I meant by jokes. They say why my jokes work. And I look at them and they're hilarious because none of it is right. None of it makes any fucking sense. And they're not comedians and they're just speaking. See, the reason why this joke works is because of X, Y, and Z. What he's saying with this joke is just like, you could just fucking ask me. I could give you definitively. Well, why do I need to ask him? I have all the answers. All right, future government. Oh boy, this is gonna get deep here. Future government. Which, by the way, it actually rained out here. I was excited about that. Rained out here. It's getting cold for LA anyway, and that's a great thing. I think we got by the fire month. I believe. I don't know. But I thought the Santa Ana winds were still coming. But maybe a little bit of rain will help people out. I don't know. We shall see. All right. But God bless anybody out there who's actually starting a company that's going to try to battle global warming as opposed to ignoring it. Hey, you guys, send me in some companies that are into that shit if you guys have any. And I won't research it. And then I'll just read it as fact. Does that sound cool? All right, future government, everybody. Dear Billy Doomsday, have you been following along with this Build Back Better thing? No. Do I want to? It's a phrase that started showing up on the platforms of candidates around the world. A few basic Google searches and you can find where the money comes from. It's basically a collection of huge tech companies coming together with government agencies to transform society. All right, into something better? I don't remember voting for this, nor have I seen much about this on the news. Well, they never let you vote for any of this shit. I'll probably help pay for it through, though, like the rest of us suckers. They don't seem to be releasing much information, just vague initiatives about how to spend money to make things better. Do you think they'll be taking suggestions from average Joes like us on this better future? Does a guy who hates street-level computing worry about stuff like this? Thanks and keep plowing ahead. Listen, I know where I fit into shit, and I am not the guy that's going to solve problems. So there's just people that are a level of smart that I don't think an average person like myself can understand. And it's up to them to use my gift is I tell shit jokes. That is my gift. I come to town, I do my jokes, I jump up and down, I make an ass of myself, and you guys laugh and hopefully forget about your problems for an hour, right? That's my job. That's what I'm good at. There's super smart people that actually can probably help solve a lot of the problems that we have. And so I'm hoping that is going to be that they've put that together. I mean, that is an unholy matrimony right there. Huge tech companies, which seem to own a lot of the social media. I just feel, I don't know. That seems like cameras. I'm sure they're going to sell it. Like this will. I will say if there's a way to stop certain kinds of crimes, if they just use it for that, but they'll go beyond that. If there's a way to stop like kidnappings and rapes and murders and people getting, hurt and stuff like that. If they can use technology for that and the environment, I'm all for that. But I don't know. I would definitely be nervous about where they're going with that. But I don't know. If you want to have more freedom, make less people. It's when you 7 billion, we're going to go for 8 billion. They're just going to put us in stockades at some point. I mean, how are you going to keep all those people? But back in the day when there was just a couple million people, you just fucking walk around. You didn't need an ID. You could do whatever the fuck you wanted to do. All right, sinkhole. That almost made sense, what I just said. All right, sinkhole. Hey, Bill, did you hear about this guy? Man falls into pit filled with rats after sinkhole opens on New York City's sidewalk. Oh, my God. Did you ever worry about them when you were living in New York? You know what? I don't walk on those subway grates, and I don't drive over. When they're putting up a big building and they have those, so they got to put, the sewage. Everyone's going to take a shit in that building. Where's it going to go? We got to put it where the dolphins are. So they always, they got to do some work under the street. So, when they're in the process of building that stuff, connecting it up to the sewer line or whatever, they'll have a hole, and then they'll have that giant metal grate that they put. I won't drive my car over that if I can avoid it. And if I can't, then, I do what I can. Oh, my God, that hole is so small. What in the fuck? One man will have nightmare fuel to last him a lifetime after New York City sidewalk opened up beneath his feet, plunging him into an underground vault filled with rats. Dirty, furry, scrabbling, hungry rats. Oh, my God. That's like some Indiana Jones shit. Wait a second. You guys want to hear this? This is way more interesting than I'll ever be. Hold on a second. Let's get back to the beginning of this video.
Police say the victim was transported to St. Barnabas Hospital in stable...
Oh, forget it. I thought they were talking to the guy. He was in stable condition. The horrifying incident happened on Saturday, October 24th, near a bus stop in the Bronx. Surveillance video shows Leonard, 33, was waiting at the stop when a sinkhole opened beneath him, dropping him 3.7 meters to 4.6. Okay, that's 12 to 15 feet down into a rat's lair. It's like he didn't break his legs on that fall. In other news, 2 murder hornet queens captured in Washington state sting. What in the that's really clever writing there. He went down feet first. His mother, Cindy White, told NBC he was just standing and the sidewalk it was like a suction, like a sinkhole. He just went down. Shoulders, face scraped the concrete as he fell, and he hurt his leg and arm on the way down, his brother told CBS New York. But that wasn't the worst of it. Shoulders found himself alone in the dark with the teeming horde of vermin, unable to escape or call for help. He ultimately spent 30 minutes in the chamber with the rats crawling on him. He can't move. It was so bad, his brother said. He didn't want to yell because he was afraid there were going to be rats inside his mouth. Oh, my God. Bystanders called for help, but it took some time for the firefighters to pull Shoulders. Oh, he didn't scrape his shoulders. Shoulders is his name. I thought he was saying he scraped his shoulders. His name is Shoulders. Shoulders' face scraped the concrete. I guess shoulders were okay. One witness said he looked in the hole and the guy was only moving his hands. video, which I will not watch, shows Shoulders being carted away on a stretcher after the ordeal. He was taken to a hospital for treatment and was still there on Thursday. He's traumatized, his mother said. He said he went straight down and he was falling, but the debris was falling and hitting him on the head. Shoulders told his mom the rats were so big and ridiculous underground. She added that anyone could have fallen where her son fell. The family is considering legal action in the wake of the incident. What are you going to sue? The rats that ate out all the shit below it? New York's Department of Buildings says the underground chamber is a cellar next to the mostly empty 5-story building. Officials ordered the building to be vacated after the incident, and they are looking into the cellar to see who owns it. The building owner was also... there's the guy who's going to get it. The building owner was ordered to set up a fence around the hole and hired an engineer to inspect the stability of the vault underneath. The incident sparks fears among many citizens in New York, where the city has long struggled to control its massive underground rat population. The city's rats started eating each other last spring as human litter dried up due to the coronavirus lockdown. Well, there you go. Orkin recently dubbed New York City the third most rat-infested city in America. Oh, no. After first place, Chicago, my kind of town. Chicago. Of course they are. You know they're eating good in Chicago. Fucking best steaks in the world. And second place, Los Angeles. Jesus Christ. I moved away from Massachusetts to the two most rat-infested, the first and third most rat-infested cities in America. That's what I did. Holy shit. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I mean, what kind of shots do you give that guy? I'll tell you, if he survives that, the way his immune system's going to be, he could fucking... That guy could cure corona. Just walk up, grab it by its throat, and fucking stuff it back up a bat's ass, whatever you got to do to get rid of it. All right. Plowing ahead here. All right. Top 5 dumb questions for employees. All right. This is the... oh, my God. This is like blowing up here. We got medicine. We got a nurse. We got a park ranger. And we got a funeral director. Oh, boy. Dear Bill, the out-of-touch mob boss Burr. Oh, thank you for watching. That was a sketch I did on SNL, which I still can't believe I got to do. By the way, did you see that first sketch last night Dave did? About Aunt Jemima, Uncle Ben, the State Farm guy. And I'm not going to say who came in last. It's fucking great. It was hilarious. And it definitely seemed like it had Dave's fingerprints all over it. I loved it. All right, dear, okay. Thank you for all that you do with the podcast. It's absolutely hilarious. Thank you. And help me get through 48 hours of straight driving this year when driving across the country from Pennsylvania to Arizona and then back again. The advice you have given others has also helped me in my own personal life, so thank you. I recently listened to your segment about the lawyer and the top 5 dumbest questions he was ever asked. I thought it was awesome, and I thought you should have here's some of my stories and questions I have experienced working in the funeral industry in the last 8 years. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The top dumbest questions have been, number 1, have you ever considered having sex with a dead person? Definitely not, considering most of them look like your grandmother. I get this question a lot. Maybe it is a fair question, but I think 99% of most people already know the answer to this question, and it's completely absurd. And also, if you were, you wouldn't fucking answer the question. Oh, my God. Jesus, I just visualized that. Fuck. All right. You know what I was thinking of? Was that fucking movie, Jacob's Ladder, when that thing in the tub? Or was that from The Shining? Oh, my God. Jesus Christ. All right. We loved our son. Can we bury him in our backyard so we can always be close to him? All right. That's a dumb question, but it's also a loving question. In the back of the day, you could do that. We actually buried this guy in his backyard like some Frontier Trail of Tears bullshit. I did not even know this was legal until I was asked this and had to find out about it. I guess you can in that state. Not only did we bury him, but they did not like the vault we had ordered him, and made us come back the next day and take him out of the hole to put in a sealed vault so he would not get wet. Oh my God, these are crazy. All right, brace yourself for this one. Number 3, can you cut off my wife's favorite tattoo on her left leg, and can I keep it? Sorry, Jeffrey Dahmer, we can't do that for you. I know this is my grandmother's funeral, but can I have your number? Hey, look at you getting a little action there. This one was rather recent. I am single and somewhat attractive male. Well, you gotta be, dude. If you're getting her fucking her motor running in there, dude, but I can tell you right now, that chick is a psycho. Or has a big heart and doesn't judge people. I don't know. But I think I covered all the bases there. That's like that jerk off that fucking plays roulette and hits all the numbers and then jumps up and down like he won. This one was rather recent. I'm a single and somewhat attractive male, but I am very professional, would never pick up women at work or at a funeral. Literally, this was a live episode of Funeral Crashers if it was a show. My condolences to your dead grandmother and family that you clearly don't give a fuck about, but I did give her my number, needless to say. Oops. Yeah, what the fuck? She's probably some freak that wants to fuck in a coffin. Watch, that'll be the third date. This one was a comment I received from a holy man from a Southwest Asian culture. A holy man of his religion came up to me and said, I only have one prayer to say during today's service. I said, okay. Oh, okay, great. Not a problem. Yes, it's 3 hours long. I was stunned and stared at him in silence, only to find out he was serious. I have tons of other stories I would love to tell you if you find what I wrote interesting. I absolutely did. And I am sure myself, as well as other funeral professionals, have tons of craziness that they can write in and tell you about. Every troll in the public wants to be a funeral director and do my job until we are called out at 3 a.m. to remove a decomposed body in a shithole house. I don't think everybody wants to be a funeral director. I hope you and your family stay healthy and safe. That's so creepy to hear that. Yeah, I don't want to see you, buddy, during this. Yeah, let me hear from the funeral directors. I want to hear some more stories of fucking weirdos in the funeral home. Park Ranger. Hey there, Billy Bada Bing. Billy Bada Bing. I've been loving the top 5 stupid questions segment recently, and I figured I should chime in since I am a fellow masshole turned National Park Ranger. And as you may already know, we have heard it all. I work at the Grand Canyon, so you can imagine the types of people we come across with over 6 million visitors a year from all parts of the globe. This is by no means a definitive top 5, but these are perhaps the most commonly heard idiotic questions here. Without further ado, all right, here we go. Number 1, at least once a week after driving all the way out here, we're kind of out of the way, passing many signs to the, quote, Grand Canyon, someone will pull up to the entrance and ask, what's in here? Or hold up a picture of the canyon on their phone and say, we're trying to find this. I have to bite my tongue not to ask them how the flying fuck they got all the way out here from God knows where without the confidence of knowing where exactly they were. Number 2, what time do you feed the bison? Or when did the bison come out? I love that, like they got a fucking 2-bedroom apartment. The North Rim has bison, as if we're running a petting zoo instead of a national park. Number 3, people looking for the road that goes into the canyon so they can drive their car to the bottom and see the Colorado River. Don't you think you'd see a picture or two if the road existed, sir? Number 4, do I really have to pay to come in? This one is constant as people think, insert Burr Southern accent here. Okay, I'll do my bad Southern accent. This here is my land. I pay taxes and I shouldn't have to pay no fucking fee to see public land. There are many issues with this sentiment, and explaining them would only further anger these animals. Or people that come up and say they don't have money to pay and expect to be let in, as if you could sit down at a restaurant or any other business and use this as an excuse to enjoy their services for free. Oh, you forgot your money? No worries. We anticipated you might do this. Follow me to your table, and I'll have the chef bring you out some appetizers. All right, dude, you're fucking funny, man. You should give these... Well, don't give them shit. You'll lose your job. You did the right thing. Save your funny asides and send them in to me. All right, number 5. If I hike to the bottom and can't hike out, you'll come and get me, right? People expect some sort of free helicopter ride or service out of the canyon if they decide to be stupid and hike themselves all the way to the river. The sad part is, if that happened, they actually get it on the park's dime. Well, we don't need to know that. On the park's dime? Hopefully, that means the taxpayer's dime, right? I hope these were mildly entertaining, and I'd like to mention, so I don't get fired, that these views are my own and in no way represent the views or opinions of the Park Service. I love everything you do and send my best to the lovely Nia and the little Burrs. Come out to the canyon for a private tour anytime. Peace, love, and go fuck yourself. I haven't been to the Grand Canyon in forever. I went there in like 94. All right. But I've flown over it a zillion fucking times. So I feel I would hike down to the bottom, though. And on the way out, I could do that. Oh, Jesus, Bill. All right. You can already hear the helicopter. All right. Nurse. Hey, Billy, Ginger seasoned tits. Ginger seasoned tits. Just in time for October, November. I'm a 27-year-old RN from Minnesota, registered nurse from Minnesota who works for the last 5 years at, I'm not going to say where a majority of what we do is colonoscopies. Here are probably the top 5 questions I have had from some of these fucked up patients. Number 1. Is it bad? Oh my God, I had to read this before I said it. Number 1, is it bad that I've been cutting up Dove soap bars into small pieces and putting them in my butthole to keep the worms away? Number 2, if I put my finger in my butthole and circle it around during showers, does it help prevent hemorrhoids? What in the fuck? People just say this shit. Number 3, did you think my uterus looks sexy today? We didn't check that or close to that. LOL. Number 4, does the butthole connect with my psyche? What does that even mean? Number 5, did you see my butthole? Did you see my butthole? What the fuck? Just a medley of what comes to mind, but I'm sure you can figure it's quite a variety pack of people rolling into this butthole clinic. Love you, the family, and your sense of humor. And your sense of humor is not like anything else by a long-ass shot. Take care. Nurse so-and-so. A religious listening lady. What in the fuck? Did you see my butthole? Did you see my butthole? Wow. I didn't think anybody could top Where is the Joshua Tree, but they seem to be doing it quite easily here. All right, plowing ahead. Medicine. Hey, Billy, bleached butthole. A lot of butthole shit this week. I work in medicine and thus have encountered some very uninformed individuals. As everyone needs medical care, idiots included. Now, I don't look down on these individuals as they lack medical knowledge, parentheses normal, and importantly are anxious about their well-being in these settings. Top 5 questions, statements I've encountered in medicine. All right, number 5, young male adult who comes in complaining of large amounts of bright red blood in their bowel movements. That's scary. I do a physical exam and I cannot find an obvious reason for this complaint. I order some tests to find out the cause and if it's actually blood in his poops. Guy is anxious and asks, it's normal to have some blood in your poop, right? Bear in mind, this gentleman said his toilet bowl was covered in red. I had to keep a straight face and tell him, no, it's not normal to poop blood. Well, that one's just scary. And he just wants you to say it's okay so he doesn't feel like his insides are falling out. Number 4, obese family doesn't know she's pregnant. Comes into ER because her stomach is acting up. I see on an ultrasound and blood work that she is pregnant. Quite far along, too, but she refuses to believe us. How do you know I'm pregnant? I can see the baby on the ultrasound, man. Wow. Don't you just want to rescue that baby the second it comes out of that person? Oh, my God. Number 3, okay, public service announcement. Guys, if you're at the doctor's office for dick issues, just say that from the get-go. Don't come in and at the end say, oh, one more thing, my dick. Also, get some damn priorities. If you got the health of a laboratory rat that has been purposely fed fat its entire life and your main concern is your dick, I got an issue with that. So this guy asked if the Viagra I prescribed him for his erectile dysfunction would also help with his short dick. He whispers this last bit. I told him no. It will not add an extra inch or two and would only help him maintain an erection. Ah, poor bastard. Number 2, guy wants a prescription for ketamine. This is a powerful anesthetic. Explains that it is my moral imperative to do this, and that I will be leaving him no choice but to manufacture ketamine himself. He tells me the steps to make the drug and that he has read the Wikipedia page. I wish him good luck in his venture to manufacture the drug. All right. Opioid overdose. Oh, that's sad. Comes in via friend ambulance. So somebody drives him there. Pretty much blue, starts CPR on him and give him Narcan. Wakes up and stabilizes. 5 to 10 minutes after being conscious, he asks for some morphine. Nah, dude, you were dead like 10 minutes ago because of that. Wow. That fucking opioid shit. My God. Thank Christ I never fucked with any of that. All right. Big fan from Bahrain. Hey there, Billy Blue Balls. This is a follow-up on the 2 fans who reached out to you from Egypt. I am crushing the Middle East right now. Woo! I am a 24-year-old guy from Bahrain, and I've been a fan of yours for over 7 years. How the fuck do you know who I am? That's unbelievable. I'm about to graduate from college with a degree in English literature, and your podcast has made my journey a lot easier. Oh, God, I'm sure you know every English curse word. Listen to this thing. The 2 architects from Egypt said that they listened to you while studying. I couldn't do that because reading the incoherent ramblings of Shakespeare and Fitzgerald wouldn't let me focus on your poetic language. I hate that shit. I hate Shakespeare. I respect Shakespeare, but I fucking hate it because I don't know what they're talking about, and it makes me feel dumb. So it has nothing to do with my fellow William here. It's just, I can't even read the fucking Constitution. All the best to you. Forget about the Bible. This isn't the way people talk now. That's how dumb I am. All the best to you and your beautiful family. Maybe you can visit Bahrain once to watch an F1 race. I would love to do that. Listen, guys, this is what I need you guys to do over there. I need you to give me the over-under of me going over there and not getting kidnapped because of some shit that some oil companies from my country did. I'm going over there, a fucking white dude, right? Blue chip fucking hostage. All right? I know we didn't do something. You gotta like, you know what I mean? You know, you guys all look at America and you just think it's a bunch of people going, yeehaw, shooting a fucking gun in the air, eating a fucking pie, riding on a 4-wheeler. You know, there's a whole bunch of different shit going on over here. So please, people from the Middle East, please keep writing in and telling me about, talk to me about everyday life over there because we don't know anything about, they don't fucking tell us anything over here. All right. Love from Morocco. All right. Hey, Billy Crimson Balls Burr. Look at this shit. Look at you know what I'm doing right now? I'm going to pat myself on the back. I am humanizing all of the world. Because look at them all, breaking my balls just like you guys do here. In fact, some of the best ball breaking I ever got was when I went to India. And, of course, Ireland and Scotland. But I knew that was coming. But, all right. Anyway, hey, Billy Crimson Balls Burr. I heard how excited you got when the two architects from Egypt wrote in, so I thought I'd chime in, but this time from a different Arab country, Morocco. I'm a 22-year-old computer science, like smart people from the Middle East like me. Although Morocco, that's Northern Africa, right? Is that what that is? Ah, jeez, I used to know this shit. I was really into geography at one point in my life. Then I started drinking. Morocco map. Is that near like Algeria or some shit? All right, here we go. Algeria. What the fuck? Can you just show me a image? Just show me a picture of it. Oh, there it is, right next to Algeria. Crushed it. Oh, wait a minute. Now, does Morocco have, you played it for her, now play it for me. Isn't that where that is? Wherever Humphrey Bogart was? Casablanca? I don't know. Anyway, well, at least I know where you are. I know where you are, and I stopped myself before. I said something really dumb there, like, hey, it's in the Middle East. No, it isn't, Bill. All right. I heard about Morocco. I'm a 22-year-old computer science student from Morocco, and listening to your podcast helped me get through the day a lot easier. I'm often laughing my ass off listening to you rant about stupid shit while I'm nerding out in front of my computer. I just wanted to ask you, since you've been traveling a lot in recent years, have you ever been to Morocco? I haven't. If so, what did you think of it? And if by a long shot you'd ever do a show in Morocco, I wouldn't miss it for the world. Thanks for all the laughs and go fuck yourself. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that we've been fucking with you guys, have we? I mean, that's how I travel. You know, you gotta look up, like, what in God's name did we do to you guys? All right. Would I do that? I mean, I can't do it during COVID, but yeah, fuck yeah. I've never been to Africa, never been to that continent, so that's something I'd like to do. I really have no desire to go on a safari in South Africa because I feel like we've already taken over all of their land. They have this little patch left, and now we're going to be driving around watching them fucking eating each other on Jeeps. It's like, why don't you just fucking leave them alone? But having said that, you got to give it up to Africans. The level of fucking animals that they have on that continent, and they survived, is fucking unbelievable. You know what I mean? Like, I sit there, I get freaked out. Like, when if I go on like a hike, you know, there's places in LA where you can actually run into bears. So I'm not going. You know, there's like fucking mountain lions and shit. Like, yeah, I'm going to stay on a fucking elliptical. I'm going to walk around a block. But I saw this thing one time about a tribe in Africa, and they are so good at killing lions that the lions see them coming and they run away. And all they're coming out with is they got a fucking, you know, it was a spear and a shield. And they walk right up to the dude lion. And it's just over. They got like this thing. It's weird. They look like riot police. They come up and they got the shields in front of them. And then some dude just fucking fires a spear, goes right into the lion. The lion's like, oh shit, what the fuck? And then they all just, it's over. It's a quick fucking death. And they're on foot, walking out on foot. Like, all right, you guys want to eat lion tonight? And they just go out and do it. It's pretty badass. But anyways, having said that, like, I really like, you know, as much as I fucking eat cows and chickens and pigs, I'm trying to lay off the fish, unless it's some man-made shit. I'll eat a man-made salmon at this point. I'll roll the dice. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? And actually, in a lot of ways, it's probably more healthier than the other shit, the wild salmon, because, you know, how much we polluted the fucking oceans. I don't know. I can be honest with you guys. I don't even know what I'm talking about right now. But, like, you know, the big game shit. I just wish that, like, there was a way to kind of give them some of it back. You know, lessen the populations around the world. Let the fish have the ocean again. I'm getting really fucking hippie here, but we really are just like, you know, what did Bill Hicks say a long time ago? We're a virus with shoes. We really are. I remember Joe Rogan had this great blog that he wrote when he was flying over the country. He was looking at the cities and just saying we were like a fungus. I don't think we're all bad, but like we should definitely, I don't know, try to reel it in a little bit. I would absolutely do a show in Morocco. I hope we get to a point at some point where, we get a cure for this shit and stuff opens up again. Why the hell not? It seems like a beautiful place. All right. Egyptian architect in Japan. All right. Dear Billy, no liquor. I know. I'm coming up on 2 years, everybody. November 24th. 2 years. I don't even think about it anymore. Although the other night I watched somebody. Oh, I watched this fucking unbelievable movie that my wife loved and I had never seen before. It was Matthew Broderick and Reese Witherspoon were in this movie, and it was about a teacher that gets fixated on this student and he's trying to stop her from achieving. I absolutely loved it. But anyways, one of the actors in there playing a dad was sitting there and he had a scotch or a bourbon and he had it in a highball glass, and it was that time of night when I used to drink them. And I was literally was laying on the couch with my wife and my head like popped up. It's like, I'd love one of those. But other than that, I don't really think about it. But every once in a while, I started thinking about that dad, that character being like,